Welcome then to what promises to be another fascinating Spanish Grand Prix, a race which saw Max Verstappen take victory on his first ever appearance with the Red Bull team in 2016 after the dramatic coming together of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. Will we see more moments for the scrapbook here today? The circuit of Barcelona-Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It also consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn one. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Pierre Gasly in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, Fernando Alonso, Doohan, Albon, Liam Lawson, Norris, and Ayumu Iwasa, Ocon, Armstrong, Sebastian Vettel and Bottas, Drugovich, Yuri Vips, Teo Porcher and Red, Oscar Piastri and Sergio Perez completes our grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. A warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who is beside me in the commentary box today. Now, let's talk about Sergio Perez. Looks as if they have a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the grid.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a much more aggressive approach today to make up for that compromised start.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use the overtake button to get past. Flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. gap of around 4 seconds between you and the next car. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. You only have to stop once now. One stop left. Drogovic is just ahead. Push hard, push. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The car ahead has some minor front wing damage, but is currently maintaining its pace. And the time last lap was a 1:21.0. Vettel ahead, and they've entered the pit lane. Okay, they're on fresh hards. There's a new strategy of energy, use the overtake button and have a go. Come on, you can do this. Gap to your teammate ahead is 5.3 seconds. Pick up rubber and bring it home.
It was a tough race at times, but they've held on to take a great victory for McLaren today. So, Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I feel consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
As the winners make their way up to the podium, one can only imagine the celebrations that will take place at McLaren tonight. Congratulations to everyone on the team, securing the win and proving they're a force to be reckoned with out on the track. Max Verstappen's excellent result today sees him take over as leader of the Drivers' Championship. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' table. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Oscar Piastri gets my vote today.
Let's move on to the constructors. McLaren continue to increase their gap at the top. There is also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One. Welcome to the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And it's Pierre Gasly in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Russell, Albon, Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Liam Lawson, Drugovich and Yuri Vips, Teo Porcher, Iwasa, Sebastian Vettel and Ocon, Bottas, Perez, Jack Doohan. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Marcus Armstrong. Red and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Place back. Okay, clear. Nice overtake. Okay, we've been informed of an incident which has resulted in lots of loose debris on the... Alright, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, clear. Really well done. The safety car's out. We need you to reduce... track is clear, green flag. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't. You made it look so easy. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Green flag. Okay, clear. Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
A fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the Styrian Alps. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Taking care of the car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, but look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of this Grand Prix.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. So let's review the updated drivers' standings. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Red. Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy to cut through the field like that in Formula One, so it was a great effort.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. McLaren continue to increase their gap at the top. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Pierre Gasly in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, Fernando Alonso, and Liam Lawson. Oscar Piastri, Drugovich, Iwasa, and Teo Porcher. Albon, Red, Marcus Armstrong, and Bottas. Perez, Vettel, Lando Norris, and Yuri Vips. Doohan and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We will soon find out.
energy. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by... Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a great finish. Well done.
So let's review the drivers' standings. Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today. Let's move on to the constructors. McLaren continue to increase their gap. We return once again then to the home of British motorsport and the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, and it's time for the British Grand Prix. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of Silverstone Circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years, with Turn 1 now the fast right-hander of Abbey, but the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Pierre Gasly yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Red, Leclerc, George Russell and Oscar Piastri, Liam Lawson, Teo Pourchaire, Iwasa and Marcus Armstrong, Doohan, Ocon, Lando Norris and Bottas. Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Felipe Drugovich and Alex Albon. Yuri Vips and Sergio Perez completes our grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going. Okay, we've lost a position, that's us down a place. The track is clear, green flag. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Here we are then, a fantastic British Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from our race winners today. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
As the winners make their way up to the podium, one can only imagine the celebrations that will take place at McLaren tonight. Congratulations to everyone on the team, securing the win and proving they're a force to be reckoned with out on the track. Our championship leader is still sat at the top of the standings, but their rivals have made up some solid ground today. So let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
But it's absolutely got to be Alexander Albon, no hesitation. He put in the performance today that's only going to build further upon his already growing reputation.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. McLaren continue to increase their gap at the top. There is also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. Been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
We've got an issue we'd like. Thanks. I appreciate you taking the time to help out.